Hey gamers, did you have a great Chinese New Year? So happy belated Chinese New Year from us. Did you get some money? Well, now is the perfect time to spend it for all you original Switch owners. There is a Nintendo Switch sale going on with some really interesting games. As usual, this is not a comprehensive list because the Switch store has thousands of games at the moment. I'm just choosing the top three that I think most people would know or most people would be interested in. Or most people would just be watching the list of these games like, oh my god, I want to buy this. So today, the first game I'm going to talk about is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It's currently at $20, so 50% off. Again, a game, very beautiful game, I wouldn't say very easy game, but very easy game once you tone down the difficulty settings. And it's really cool because if you watch one of my other videos, Assassin's Creed has gone this way, Shadows, with amazing accessibility settings, turning off quick time events. With Prince of Persia: Lost Crowns, some of you would have seen like the trailers where someone does like a vertical jump and then goes down and then jump and jump. So you can give yourself extra time, extra like power energy to use your Prince of Persia special moves. So, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, this game looks super difficult. I don't want to be frustrated. Well, this is a game that you could actually play and not be so frustrated, and it's for sale $20 off. If you are looking to play it on the Switch, so again, this is only on the Switch. You could just keep an eye on for Steam or your Steam Deck or Asus RGL or whatever it is, but today we're just talking about the Switch. It is a great first choice, a wonderful game. It's unfortunate that we're probably not going to get another game from this franchise. I think again in this format, just because of the sort of turmoil that Ubisoft is going through at the moment. Number two I want to talk about is Dredge, $15 or 40% off. Dredge is a game I played for a bit. I probably played about 8 or 9 hours. Runs really well on the Switch, really relaxing kind of in a sense. But there are certain like difficulties with this. I remember I played Dredge up to a point where you have to get this thing from this like monster in the middle of the ocean, but I could not figure out how to do that. And I was like, okay, there's no easy solution, and I uninstalled it. That being said, it was a really fun game. It was pretty relaxing. It's all about going fishing and catching stuff and making money. Not too difficult in a sense. Like you could just Google that problem that I was having. I was just not in the mood. I was like, I don't want to do this, and I moved on to the next game because again, I have way too many games, as I recently found out on the weekend, with 227 games on the Epic Store. So plus my 700 games on Steam. So that's a lot of games to play through. There's no more waiting for games to sort of help me finish them. I'm just gonna say like, all right, if this is too difficult, delete, go on to the next game. And my last game that I want to talk about today is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. $16.24 and 35% off. This is a game I've really been looking forward to, especially because I'll be going back to South Africa in March and something to play with my brothers, because now my other brother has a Steam Deck and my younger brother, we bought him an ROG Ally for his birthday. So we've all been discussing like over the last few months, what are we going to play when we're all in the same room together in South Africa? And I think this is a great choice. This is a 4-player co-op and a 4-player like single screen co-op as well if you wanted to play on the screen. So you could potentially dock your Steam Deck or ROG Ally, and then you could all connect to it and you could play together on the same screen. And this game is also short. I heard it's about 5 hours or so. I mean, just to finish the game, there's obviously difficulty settings. There's like the equivalent of New Game Plus, which I think is like a PlayStation thing, but I don't know what is the right term for non-PlayStation stuff. But yeah, really cool, really fun. Brings you back to the days of playing, beat 'em ups with your brothers or your sisters or whoever, right? It's a game that I remember when it came out, it was like $40 usually, something around that. I was like, that's expensive for 5 hours, but I would say if you're paying $16, that's not bad for 4 hours or 5 hours of gameplay, plus playing with some other people. A great co-op game choice. All of these games are on sale for the next 5 days, so please keep that in mind. From the date that you're actually watching this video, you've got about 5 days to purchase them. But I mean, also keep in mind as well, Nintendo does lots of sales just as Steam does. So I can imagine probably around spring, right, we'll have a Nintendo Switch Spring sale. And then, of course, in summer, I think we're going to have a big sort of price change when the Switch 2 comes out, if it does come out during summer. We'll see some price changes for the original Switch games, the Switch 2 games, of course, and the consoles themselves, but that is a whole nother video. So did I miss anything on today's video? Is there any game that you're like, oh my god, you have to buy this because it's on sale? Let me know down in the comments. And otherwise, stay tuned for another video next week.